Hi, my name is Fred Dunwoody. I'm your host tonight for Overtime, LIASB's online business development series. Tonight, the hidden gold mine in your marketing. Actually, I changed that to your website because our guest, Sunny Patel, is going to show you the hidden gold mine behind your website that you never knew existed. Sunny, welcome to the show.
Hi, this is Sunny Patel with Lead Forensics.
All right. Sorry for that little technology glitch. All right. Sunny, before we get started, I want to go over a couple of statistics that I saw on the internet. Actually, I got this through Forbes. And it said, according to a recent survey by the Small Business Authority, SBA, less than 50% of small business owners in the United States think of inbound traffic from search engines as an important source for future business. Another 14% declare themselves unsure. This kind of goes in line with what I hear from most business people. They really are unsure about, getting involved with SEO marketing, and I think the reason for that is because they do not see the immediate results from that. What's your opinion when you talk to customers as far as SEO marketing and lead generation? Do you get that same opinion that, they're just not sure because they don't see the results right away?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. There's another stat out there these days that 93% of all B2B buying decisions, they do start online, right? So, if you guys think about the internet these days, there's no more yellow pages. Whether it is referrals, whether it is word of mouth, networking, the number one place people will go is your website. Okay, so regardless of, if they don't think SEO is important, I think it's very important to, put yourself out there on the web because, again, 93% of these decisions are starting first through your website.
Yep. It's the first place I go to after I meet somebody new. So here's another statistic. A startling 39% of business owners aren't investing in any marketing strategies whatsoever. And that leads to this particular note. In the meanwhile, studies have shown SEO yields significant ROI to a company. According to Leverable.com, one study found that 72% of business owners with an SEO strategy felt it improved their bottom line. Another found that SEO leads have a 16.4 conversion rate compared to a 1.7 for inbound marketing and are 61% less expensive to acquire an active and viable lead. Do you, in your line of work and what you deal with on a day-to-day basis, do you see those same results that somebody with an SEO marketing plan does have a better ROI on their investment?
Absolutely. Website traffic these days is very important to any B2B business, and we'll get into the specifics about how Lead Forensics works, but if we do SEO and we push more traffic to the website, it's really important to capture that and see which companies are visiting our website, looking at our products, because these B2B websites, you have to think about it. They're not a place for social time. Somebody's taking time out of their busy day to research your pumps or your telemarketing services or whatever B2B solutions you may offer. It's not because they're on their lunch break and your website's fun to hang out on. So absolutely, I think SEO is, Bill Gates even said if he had $1 left in his pocket, what would he spend it on? He said he would market Microsoft. So I'd have to agree.
All right, excellent. And for our audience, your demonstration on your product in regards to what it yields as far as that kind of intelligence and information that can quickly turn into a viable sale. Actually, when you did the presentation on our website for the LIASB, I was actually blown away at the results. So I want to go into this. There are 7 reasons why SEO is a challenge for small business, and I'm going to touch on these 7 topics and we can discuss them lightly, but I'm sure during your presentation our audience is going to see why your product can help them address all of these concerns. First, not enough money. And when I speak to people who are either SEO marketers or business owners who are looking at SEO, there is a cost involved with that, whether it's setting up your website the correct way or, buying AdWords and things of that nature. So there is a cost to that. But I guess you have to evaluate where the advantage is. And again, with a product like yours, if we bring that into the mix, that cost to set up a product or set up a process on your website that's actually going to give you viable intelligence in regards to, credible leads is very important. The other one is not enough time. Boy, do I feel this pain. I know exactly. That's like preaching to the choir. Any small business or entrepreneur, time is not on your side. And you have to make a decision as far as when you're going to apply the time to do the work if necessary. Not enough tools. I'm going to say not enough tools, but understanding what the right tools are. Again, you can go to Google Analytics and all these other type of tools to try to help you with SEO, but if it's not the right tool, it's not going to yield the results. And I think that goes to what we were talking about earlier. If somebody in business doesn't see immediate gratification, then it doesn't work. Rules change, whether it's Google Analytics, or your business or the market. Constant change means you got to constantly adapt. And I believe that your product will help small businesses in that area. Keyword research and structure. Whenever I have to go to Google Analytics and try to figure out what's the best keywords to use, it gives me a migraine. But again, those are the kind of things that challenge small businesses when they look at SEO. Problem prioritizing, that goes part and parcel with not enough time. And then the last one is most small business owners think Google and SEO loves big brands and big organizations. So how can I, as a small business owner, compete with deep pockets and big companies? Sonny, your thoughts on any of these topics?
Very spot on. That's usually what I get from some of my clients when, we run a trial of lead forensics on their website and they don't have good results. And I'm like, well, maybe you should think about investing in a bit of SEO. And yeah, these are pretty much I think probably 5 or 6 out of these I hear daily.
All right, so we're getting to the point where I'm going to pass the presentation over to Sonny so he can demonstrate lead forensics. So bear with us while we do this, and hopefully I get it right. While Sonny's getting his side ready, I want to go back to some of those statistics that we had in the beginning of the show in terms of, the percentages of businesses that are not using SEO and the challenges with that. Really, what Sonny's going to present to us today is the fact that if you can identify the people who are visiting your website and understanding what products and services from your company they are looking at, that is and has the potential to be the hottest validated lead that any business owner could get in regards to selling their product or services. I want you all to be prepared to be amazed at what you're going to see based on what this product can do. I'm just going to move that over to my screen. All right. So now you're seeing the forensic, and I will turn it over to Sonny and let him work magic.
Excellent. Fred, thank you so much. So guys, lead forensics, essentially in the simplest way, it's a caller ID for your website. Essentially, the reason our business was born about a decade ago is 98%. You heard that, 98% of your website traffic will never inquire with you. So essentially, what we're doing here is kind of proving the concept that, these B2B websites, they're only interesting to people who have a need for specific, products and services. It's not really a place for social time where people come and just kind of choose to spend time on. We've got our Facebook, ESPN, CNN, the things that we look at if, us as business owners have some kind of free time. But basically, when you've got somebody on your website, they're spending time out of their busy day to research you, your company, and your specific product and services. There is some interest there. There is a need there. They're not socially browsing, right? And here's a big piece of the concept that I want to really get across. Okay, so when any of us have a need for our business or even for ourselves, okay, and we don't have an actual company that we're already working with, we naturally jump over to Google and we put in a search. Okay, now we might look at, maybe 6, 7 different companies and do some research, but is there ever a scenario where we actually go on to inquire with all 6, 7 companies we're looking at? I'll answer that for you. Absolutely not. We do not have time to invite 7 different sales guys into our lives. Right, so it just kind of shows you that a business with a need, a timeline to purchase, they have budget available, they will still not inquire with you and your company for a number of reasons. Going back to that 98% never inquires or leaves any information. So what our software does, essentially we capture these companies visiting your website in real time while they're actively looking at you, maybe some of your competitors, to allow you and your sales team to reach out at the perfect time when they are searching for your specific products and services, and essentially create pipeline and close deals that would have potentially just gone unnoticed and you would have never had access to. So let's show you how this works. So when you log into Lead Forensics, this is the first thing you'll see. It's called the dashboard. Okay, and this is where you're just going to get the performance, all the analytics of the website. Many of you have probably used Google Analytics before, and it's very similar. It's a bit better. It's widget-based. You can kind of change out the information if you'd like to customize it. But you're probably only going to want to spend 5% of your time here, as it is just kind of numbers and stuff like that. The real value of the Lead Forensics service is going to lie right here in the visitors list. Okay, and this is the, where all the financial value lies, where, the reason we even wanted to present Lead Forensics to you guys. And let me click into here and show you how amazing this piece is. Okay, so now this is just one of my clients' portals that we're looking at. They offer telemarketing services. So there's a lot of information here, so let me walk you through it left to right. So you've got the date and time of the visit, and that is real time. So as soon as a company visits your website, you're going to get a list of the exact businesses who are visiting your website, regardless of if they have inquired or not. Okay, then we've got the location, and this is very specific. We are actually the only company on the planet that can actually do it at this level. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have a company visiting your website and they're multinational. Maybe they have 7 offices across the U.S. We do not just leave this at their headquarters, which is where the IP address is coming from. We actually show you the exact location and maybe satellite office of where the need and the real visit's coming from, which really helps you narrow it down when you're targeting some big companies. Next, we have the referrer column. So I do want to spend about a minute or two on this because this is huge. We're showing you how the business is getting to your website, which is pretty amazing for anybody that does any type of marketing. So if you think about this now, we've got a tangible way of tracking all investments that we do marketing, whether it's Google, whether it's email campaigns, whether it's attending trade shows, right? You can have, like basically, if you're paying for pay-per-click, and typically you'd have to sit here and wait for somebody like this to inquire. Just to let you guys know, the pay-per-click conversion sits at about 1 in 40. You're going to pay for 40 clicks, you may get 1 inquiry. Okay? Obviously with Lead Forensics, you're going to see the other businesses coming through your pay-per-click, which will absolutely help you maximize your return on investment and, of course, give sales teams hotter leads to kind of follow up with. The PVs, that's just page views, and then duration is how much time that was spent on the website. So this is, of course, just an outside list. Let's jump into an actual business visit, and I'll show you the level of information that you're going to get on the visitors. I'll click into CubeSmart. So when you click in, now you have the exact name of the business, their exact physical location, the suite number they're coming from. Okay, and then furthermore, you've got their contact details. You've got the phone number, you've got the website URL, you've got their LinkedIn, their Facebook, their blood type, their DNA, really anything you need to kind of follow up, with this type of company visiting your website. But let me show you what's going to be the most important part. I think we're having some technological issues real quick. Hang on one second.
All right, while Sonny's away, I'm just going to fill in some dead space. Again, think about the value, what he's showing you right now, that you get to see the exact company, contact information, where they are coming from for every hit to your website. And then the additional detail, which he's going to show in a second, like I said, when I saw this, it actually blew me away.
So check this out.
Sonny,
this is very important. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Can you see me moving my screen now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, of course, this is pretty much all we need to follow back up with the organization, but perhaps this is the most valuable piece. Okay, so now we have how did they get there? What are they typing in to get to your website? Okay, then once they get there, what did they look at? What pages, what specific products, and how much time are they spending on each and every single page? So let that sink in for a second, right? Now we've got a big piece right here for our SEO. We know what types of keywords are being typed in to get to our website. Great for marketing and stuff like that. On the sales side of things, we have a business typing in call center services. My client here, the name of the company is Market Makers. They offer telemarketing and lead gen. So that attracted an AdWord, which they paid for them to click to and come to the website, which is their telemarketing offering. That's their most expensive service. These guys spend a minute and a half on this page. Then they want to check out who they are as a business, one of their other services for about 42 seconds, who we are. If you guys notice, what is one page they never clicked on? Contact us or submit information. Okay, and clearly, it doesn't take two rocket scientists here to figure out, hey, these guys are in the market for telemarketing. They're probably looking at us and a bunch of other companies. So what we're going to do is take this information, and we definitely don't want to reach out and say, hi, I saw somebody else on my website. I wanted to follow up and see if I could get your credit card number. That's not the way, this works. So basically, of course, you've got the natural kind of traditional LinkedIn. You can use other services to find the key contacts at these companies. We actually developed a brand new feature, about a $10 million investment that just recently came out, and it's called Find Contacts. So inside of these leads and these businesses visiting your website, you're also going to get a list of all the key decision makers that you can either search or sort by position, by job title. So I'm just going to take you through an example of what our client Market Makers does, because they've cleared over $400,000 just in 2017 from following up with companies that are hitting their services, they're hitting contact, but they're not reaching out. So they would have one of their sales guys take this, and of course they sell telemarketing services, so the people they speak with are marketing teams. So you can filter this, right? We don't need to speak to HR, we don't need to speak to IT or engineering, right? This is a business need. We know there's not just one person, in a corner keeping the need a secret. It's probably an entire team. So what they would do is, of course, Sales 101, they kind of start at the top. They go for the vice president of marketing, okay, and they'll use one of our two approaches. Very effective. First one, it's more of like a, good timing, coincidental approach, and it's pretty much where you treat it a bit of like a cold call, but we know this is a warm call. We know they're in the market. We know exactly what they have a need for and what they're looking at. They do not know that we know. So just reach out and say, hey, Joel, happy Wednesday. My name's Sonny. I'm with Market Makers. We are one of the leading providers of telemarketing out in Pennsylvania. I just wanted to introduce myself and see if maybe that was something you and your team had on your roadmap for 2017. And leave it at that. Right? Now, let me warn you, definitely do not do that 10 minutes after they hit the website. Wait 24 to 48 hours, and it works beautifully. Typical reply you get is, Sonny, wow, good timing. We were just looking at, a couple of different companies to come in and help us with that. We didn't want to do it internally. That's one very simple way, guys. Now, the second way, it's the total opposite, and it does involve telling the client you have seen them on the website, but don't worry. We shape this in a customer service style way where it absolutely eliminates that big brother and kind of creepy factor. So an example of that would just be, hey, happy Wednesday. My name's Sonny. I'm with Market Makers. Joel, I wanted to reach out quickly and introduce myself. I see you're the Vice President of Marketing at CubeSmart. We've got this technology on our website, and it allows us to see the names of the businesses coming on. And we pretty much use this as a customer service tool for all of our, existing clients and partners, just to make sure we're answering their questions. But actually, I noticed somebody over at CubeSmart was on our website checking out some of our services, and I noticed you're not one of our clients, so I just personally wanted to reach out today, just quickly introduce myself and see if you had any specific questions, or if you'd just like me to send some more information over. That's it. Now, of course, we can customize these per industry and how you guys do business, but it should give you a couple ideas of we don't want to call these businesses and just say, hey, I saw somebody else on my website. So I hope that kind of helps, Fred. I'm going to pause there. Would you like to add anything?
Based on what you were saying, it's absolutely true. How you approach these customers, and I think your first example is the best. When I was in sales, information is power. All right. So when I was selling copiers, we had telemarketing people, and I would just ask them, hey, listen, just get me a couple of pieces of information on the company, some generic information. With that, you can build a powerful first call statement. You know what they want, you know what they're looking for, and if you introduce yourself very warmly and innocently, then the world could be your oyster. When I saw this the first time, it blew me away. With lead forensics, you know who is there. We're coming to the end of the show, and again, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Now, Sonny's information is up on the screen, and you can feel free to visit Sonny or email him, give him a call, ask him questions. That's fine. But Sonny's going to make a special offer to all the LIASB members and anyone in attendance tonight. So, Sonny, I'm going to let you explain that offer that you're going to give.
Absolutely. Thank you, Fred. So guys, if any of you are interested in in wanting to see how the technology works with, more of a one-on-one tailored demonstration for your specific business, that's exactly what I would like to do with you guys. It wouldn't take more than 20, 30 minutes. And the best part about it is at the end of it, I'll set you up with a totally free, no obligation trial on your website for, 7, 10, 14 days. And I'll actually show you exactly which businesses are coming and not inquiring, just to make sure you see value for your business before you have to even, think about signing up with us. But the special offer, guys, we're happy to offer 25% off, our price for any of you guys. And also, we're going to go ahead and throw in 1 free month of service to where you can use the technology, you can, close deals, whatever you have to do before you start making any type of payment. So, that's something special we'll give to you guys. And if you have any specific questions or you would like to see that one-on-one demo with me, there's my contact information. Just email me, preferably, or feel free to call me at the number provided as well.
All right. One other thing I want to add to that, Sonny, is that if you're interested, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of our attendees that are going to go to your website and look over the information, and that is fine. But when you're ready, either contact us at LISB, and you can email us at overview@lisb.com, or contact Sonny personally. Because if you go through the normal process of just hitting that contact me form, you will not get this special offer. So again, either contact us at LISB directly or contact Sonny. Okay, so we're winding up here. So first I need to give kudos to our sponsors, Adelphi University, the Business Corners, Sorrento Calamar CPAs, and BBA Photography Corporation. And one additional thing we're going to add to our series is our member spotlight. For today, we're going to give kudos to John Robertson of Sexy Salad. Now, John is an avid supporter of LISB. If you ever come to monthly meetings, he is responsible for providing all the refreshments, the coffee, the bagels, the water. He also participates in our ancillary events and has been a frequent co-sponsor or co-facilitator, sorry about that, with our new entrepreneurs group. Next up is Jerry Siegel from JASB Management, Inc. Jerry is mastering business skills for success. So if you're a business owner and you need to find someone who can help you overcome the pitfalls of running a successful business, please contact Jerry Siegel. I want to thank everybody for participating in this session of Overtime, LIASB's online business development series. Have a great night and see you again.